Hello, I'm Suzie Cobden and I'm here with Melissa. And today we are going to give you a little exercise in beingness. To me, beingness is something that really allows my energy, my power, God's source to flow through me in a way that is far more open than what it is at other times of the day. Now, a lot of people meditate. I wasn't a big meditator. I prefer to listen to pre-recorded meditations, but beingness was a place that I discovered I could get to quite easily. And it's a place that I don't need to spend 10 minutes in at a time. And I would love to show you just a short exercise that I learned. And I think it actually came from Bentino Massaro many years ago when I was on my spiritual journey. And it's something that I use to this day. So just relax your focus or close your eyes. Now, if you choose to keep your eyes open, just notice the colors and the things around you, but don't label anything. Notice any sounds, any shapes, anything you might feel. And again, don't label anything. Just allow yourself to be really relaxed. And I would like you just to tune in to what you are sensing, both within the body and on your skin, outside of your body, just the mere sensations. And what I'm going to do is just ask you to hold this space for 3 to 5 seconds, longer if you wish. And I'm going to set a timer on my phone for 1 minute. And every time the timer reaches 1 minute and goes off, I'm going to reset it for another minute. And each time we hear the timer, I would like you to go into this relaxed place of beingness. So just for 3 to 5 seconds, every moment, every minute, we are going to come back into beingness. Okay, so I'm going to set the timer now. And that's just counting down. So 3 to 5 seconds now. Let's just go into beingness. Feel that. Notice what you sense and how you feel. And now let it go. And go about whatever you're doing. You know, this is a practice that you can do while you're washing the dishes, while you're out walking, while you are doing anything, even having conversations with other people. You know, this is something that doesn't need to take up your whole day, but by repeating it, as I'm going to do with you again very shortly as the timer is about to go off, every minute. So now let's go back into beingness, and I'm resetting the timer. Okay. So this is as easy or as difficult as you choose to make it mean. But to me, this is a really simple practice. And by repeating this exercise, when I first started doing this, I did it every minute for a whole hour. And I can tell you, by the time I got about halfway through that hour, I was in beingness almost all the time. And it's a really delicious place for me to be. And it's a place that I can find really easily because I've practiced it so much. So here we go again. Let's go into beingness. And I'm resetting the timer. And you'll notice as you go along with this, and the more that you practice beingness and you recognize that space, your body begins to recognize the feeling of it, and it remembers that feeling. It can take you back there easily. And this is why I say, once you become familiar with that beingness, and beingness, as you know, is alignment with your non-physical self, with your God, with your source. It's where the power that creates world is delivered through you. You have access to that. And as you practice this, you'll be able to do it with your eyes open. You'll be able to do it during conversations. Here we go again. Let's go back into beingness. Isn't that a beautiful space? Now, beingness, I don't think I need it to share any more words. You know, beingness is such a beautiful space. And I'm very aware that in this space, not only, as I said, I'm connected with my God, source, non-physical self, I'm actually connected with me. That is, here we go again, back into beingness. Now, all of you should be finding it much easier now to get into that space. But that beautiful energy, that feeling is you. That's your true energy, your true frequency. And from this place, it's like you're in a still pond. If you drop your pebble of desire into this space, you're going to see those ripples in your physical world. And it's not a matter of time before you attract what you desire. It's a matter of frequency. So here we go again. See if you can do it with your eyes open this time. Just remember to soften the vision and just tune into the body. I had a 10-year-old girl describe to me her feeling from this place, and she said it was like somebody tipped lemonade all over her. She could feel the bubbles popping on her legs. And I thought that really is quite a beautiful description.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Suzie.
So I'm going to turn this off, but understand that this is something that you can do as often as you wish. You know, maybe you don't want to spend a whole hour doing this every minute. Maybe you want to set a timer every hour on your phone and just come into beingness just for a few moments every day, just so that you can enjoy this space, this truth of who you are, and allow your body to recognize it and to be able to deliver you there no matter what's going on in the outside world. So how did that feel to you, Melissa?
That was wonderful. It's very calming and exactly that sense of coming home to peace in a busy day, in your busy world, in a busy conversation, or busy at work. If you, even at lunchtime, say, okay, for 15 minutes, I'm just going to have this go off every minute for 15 minutes and just keep going back to beingness and then get back to my work. Or, like you said, at the top of every hour, it goes off. So you take a breath. It reminds me of a few other practices similar when I was at a Thich Nhat Hanh's Buddhist retreat in France called Plum Village many years ago. One of the things I really enjoyed was any bell anywhere went off, you had to stop talking right in the middle of your sentence. If somebody chimed a bell, or it was a bell out in the field, or the phone rang, if a bell was an opportunity to come back home to beingness, as you call it. I think they just said it as in a meditative moment or a prayer moment in which you were just to become, that was it, presence. I was like, what's the word? Presence
Get
is to
present.
come back to presence. And so a bell would go off or the phone would ring and you'd be blah blah blah, and you would stop,
Mhm.
take a breath, like you're saying, feel that inner presence, that beingness. Take a big breath with the other person, bow before you start speaking again, and then you continue on with your conversation wherever you left off. Or if you're in the field and you're, planting flowers or doing something, then the bell would chime, and you just stop right in the middle of what you're doing, put your till down, put your shovel down, and pause.
Mm.
Take a breath into the beingness, bow back into your practice, because you bow even at the flower. Hello, little flower, I see you. You bow into it and then you go back to it. And if people are at the top of an hour at work, or childcare, anything that they're doing, um, working on the computer from home, any kind of thing that you're doing, it's that same thing. It's where you set the timer every hour and you breathe and then you drop your shoulders. You know that one we've been told of, where we get up here and we don't even know our shoulders are so high, and then it's like ding, drop your shoulders. Oh yeah, I have so far to go. Oh, and I'll be doing something, and then drop your shoulders. So I noticed yesterday in a meditation, I was meditating and my shoulders were up here even during my meditation. And I caught it and I was like, oh, I get to relax into my meditation. So thank you for this practice. I feel much more centered and grounded from that little bit of time, just coming back to the beingness. Like you said, it's only a few seconds. You're not forced to be there the whole minute. You can just find it a few seconds in that minute. And I feel peaceful. So can I ask you a question?
Yes,
Another
please.
question? My question for you is, what what does beingness mean, and where do you feel it in you when you're talking to us about, oh, feel that feeling of beingness? What is that feeling to you, and where is it?
Oh, where is it? It's a feeling of spaciousness. It's a feeling of, yeah, absolutely no limit. It's, as you said, it's presence. So there's no future or past. So it's absolutely clear. Um, where is it? It's in my heart, I think. But it's
That's where I
emanating
felt it.
out. There's no limit. Like it's huge. It's huge. And it's when I really focus on it, the love is so deep. It almost brings tears to my eyes. It's so beautiful. And I know this is home. And, most of us get so busy, caught up in what we're doing in our day, in our five senses, that we forget that we're not this body, that we're not a human running around reacting to whatever is happening. We're actually the non-physical behind it all, who's orchestrated every single moment of it.
Well, that was beautiful. That's where I felt it too, Susie, is when I kept coming back to when you would say beingness, since I didn't know what that was exactly, didn't have to, is that I just then closed my eyes and felt, well, where do I want to be? And so I started at heart space. And I would close my eyes and I just breathe into my heart space. and feel it. And then when you had me open my eyes and then keep my eyes open, it was just a matter of, can I go back to that space? Can I find that space? And then let it expand. As you said, it's so expansive and spacious, but can I even start it here? Can I just come home to this heart space? For me, I think other people, it's a different area, a different chakra, a different blessing center, whatever that is for them. It's just finding where that starting space is and then expanding from it, maybe.
Mm.
Would you say that could be true?
Yeah. And I never actually focused on my heart to start with. I tuned in to the sensations in my body, and that took me there. Because I was out of thought, I was in pure feeling, in sensing, not emotional feeling necessarily, but sensing the vibrations and the energy, and I guess the little movements inside the body, but also the energy bumping up against my skin. It really is quite a beautiful space, and it's a space that I found so much easier than through meditation. I really had a lot of difficulty with meditation in the beginning. So this was something that I could do and let myself off the hook, because to sit still for half an hour in meditation, I'd get twitchy, I'd get itchy legs. I'd like, so much would go on, and I'd get to the end of it and I'd think, oh, that was just a horrible half hour. Like, and it's only, once I allowed myself to start being, that I knew the energy of it. My body knew the energy. Like, our body is a gift. It gets to remember feelings and energy. So, we can let go of the mind and trust our body to take us there. And of course, that extended into meditation. And, I love meditating now, but I still don't do it for hours. I'm a short meditator, but I love
That's
Being-ness.
Well, thank you for that. And thank you for sharing that with us. And I hope everybody gets some value out of that. I know I certainly did.
Yeah. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, thank you, Melissa, for playing with me here with this. And I think the benefit of doing it for the hour was that my body really was able to remember it, and it was able to keep taking me back to it. But start however feels right for you. Thank you all for joining us, and we see you on the next video.